We're back. Welcome to the Tuesday stream. Oh my god, I streamed 2 Tuesdays in a row. What a miracle that is. How are we? Oh, my mic's quite loud actually. Oh, let me turn that down. How are we? How are we doing? How's it going? Are we all good? Good. So yeah, I'm just gonna promote the stream around. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some more Spider-Man quizzes today. I've got a few lined up, which should be very interesting. I have the hardest Spider-Man movie quiz, it claims to be, a MCU Spider-Man quiz that progressively gets harder the more you go on, and a quiz which is what is your Spider-Man IQ. So we're going to be doing these today. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get to it, shall we? I'm just gonna promote the stream around. Hi Wisdom, how are we doing? He says, when will Spectacular Spider-Man Season 6 come out? I'm not going to be making Spectacular Spider-Man Season 6. It ends at Season 5. Mezzo, mind, hey Lewis, can you fix your microphone? You're a little too loud. Yeah, I think I've fixed it. Is it still too loud? Hi Ahmad, how are we doing? Is it still too loud? Hopefully everyone's having... Fix your mic. Is it still too loud? Is it still too loud? I don't know if it's still too loud. I did turn it down at the start. Still too loud. There we go. Is that better? Is that better? Still too loud. Why does this happen to me? Too quiet now. There we go. Is that the perfect level? There we go. That should be good. I think that should be good. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just gonna share the stream about, and then we're gonna get rolling. Yeah. If I could spell. I can't spell. There we go. There we are. Let me get on the live chat. The audio is fuzzy. What do you mean the audio is fuzzy? The quality is outrageous. Hold on a second. There could be... It might be the wrong mic attached to the thing. Okay. Hello? Right, we're back. That should be better. I assume so, right? No? Okay. I think we're back. Are we back? That should be better. Is that better, everyone? Let me know in the chat. Why does this always happen to me? I don't know. Who knows? Thing is, this mic, because it's a USB mic, perfect, decent, okay, good. The reason is, hi Ravenous Punch, how we doing? The reason why my mic does that is because it's a USB mic, right? So the thing is, when you don't have like a proper microphone that can plug into an interface, the USB it has to go into the computer, so it creates a bunch of static, and like obviously sometimes it really messes with the audio, and it happens all the time during recording as well. So obviously it's just happened during the stream. Maybe test before you start streaming. Well, the thing is though, like I can never know when it's happening. Like it just happens randomly. It happens in the middle of recording as well. Like I'll be recording a video, be fine, and then it just happens randomly. Like so, there's no point of testing. It might even happen during the stream. Like it just happens all the time. Yeah, it is what it is. But that's until I get a proper microphone. We've got a USB one for now. What are we doing today, says Ravenous Puncher? Yeah, so today we're going to be doing the hardest Spider-Man movie quiz you will ever take. We're going to take the MCU Get Progressively Harder Spider-Man quiz. And what is your Spider-Man IQ? That's what we're doing. If you get any of these wrong, I get to keep your channel, right? Yes, actually, that's it. I'll put my channel on the line. Ray, Spidercraft, if I get any of these wrong, you get to keep the channel. That's a promise. Not really. Have you heard of this new podcast called The Undercut? Oh, yeah. Thanks for promoting it. Yeah, no, it's about The Undercut. I've got a new F1 podcast. It's called The Undercut. You guys, obviously, if you don't like Formula 1, probably won't be interested in it, but it's a Formula 1 podcast. If you're interested, I'll probably leave a link somewhere at some point. I'm not really interested in promoting it on this side of YouTube because this is completely unrelated. But either way, let's get straight into this. So, what part-time job does Peter Parker have in Spider-Man 2? I feel like we had this question last week. Obviously, pizza delivery boy, this is really easy. This is going to get harder as you get on, by the way. Or that's supposed to be. Which comedian voices Spider-Ham in Spider-Verse? Into the Spider-Verse. Pizza time, says Ravenous Muncher. Yes, pizza time. I'll let you guys answer some of these questions first, so we can all kind of get involved. Because obviously we had a few debates last stream, which was quite fun. He works in a pizza tower, says the Mesozoic Mind. So who voices Spider-Ham into the Spider-Verse? I know what the answer to this is. I want to see if any of you guys know the answer to this. Mulaney says Ahmad. What else are we saying? Sorry if you can hear any background noise. It's that time of the evening, isn't it? John Mulaney says White Boy. Any more answers? I think we all know. Of course, it is John Mulaney. In the Amazing Spider-Man films, Andrew Garfield played a rather emo version of Peter Parker. All right, didn't have to throw him under the bus. Which of these hobbies did he have, which he'd never really done before? I think we all know what this is. Obviously, I think if you guys want to answer, I think we all know. This one's probably one of the more obvious answers here. I could see him playing guitar, to be fair. I could also see him graffitiing. He seems like the type. Obviously, skateboarding. What song plays during the infamous Spider-Man dance scene? Oh, what a song. What a song. Oh, what a song. Not really emo, more like comic accurate. This is what I mean, right? Emo? Is he really emo? Not really. Kind of very much like Ultimate Spider-Man. Could you class Ultimate Spider-Man as emo? No. I won't say he was emo. I like your video, says Louis. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It is obviously the answer to this question is obviously People Get Up and Drive That Funky Soul by James Brown. What a song. I've played that song on repeat way too many times. What is the name of the AI built into Peter's suit in Spider-Man Homecoming? Does anyone remember this? Is it Anna, May, or Karen? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Oh, God, I got a cold of some variety. It's that time of year, you know what I mean? Karen, says Wet Boy. It is, of course, Karen. Of course it's Karen. Fun fact, Karen is voiced by Jennifer Connelly, who is married to Paul Bettany, who voiced Tony Stark's AI Jarvis. It is a good fact. Suit Lady says Ahmad, yeah. People Get Up and Drive That Funky Soul. I think Cham's a bit behind, but that is the correct answer. Which singer has a cameo when the Green Goblin attacks the World Unity Fair in the first Spider-Man film? It's Macy Gray, I do believe. Those other names don't ring a bell. It is Macy Gray. Sorry, I should have let you guys answer that one. Which nation's football shirt does Peter Parker wear for a bit in Spider-Man Homecoming? Okay, I'll see if you guys can answer this question. I know which one it is. It's a very nice shirt. I actually have, fun fact, the shirt that Peter ends up wearing in Far From Home, I actually have that shirt. I actually have the 2010 Football World Cup t-shirt of that, like the strip. It is, of course, Holland or Netherlands. What is the name of this girl who is Spider-Man 2's neighbor? Spider-Man 2's neighbor? Okay, who's Peter Parker's neighbor in Spider-Man 2? I think these are quite easy, aren't they? Everyone knows it's Ursula, obviously. Who voices Spider-Man Noir? Everyone knows this. Obviously, Nick Cage. Who is this? It is Flash Thompson. This is really easy. What is the name of the wrestler played by Randy Savage in Spider-Man 1? It's obviously Bonesaw. Spider-Man, Donald Glover, and yeah, it's the Prowler. These are really easy. Ali voiced the Prowler into the Spider-Verse. Glover played a pre-costume version of his alter ego, Aaron Davis, in Homecoming. Complete this Spidey quote from Captain America Civil War. Hey, guys. Okay, this is one for you guys. I love that. Robbo says in the chat, Tom, brackets, Holland. I love that. Complete the Spidey quote from Captain America Civil War. Hey, guys, you ever see that really old movie? Which one? Robbo says Empire. What else we saying? Does anyone else any objections? Empire Strikes Back. Of course, it's Empire Strikes Back. What is the middle initial of the Schlubby? Schlubby? Is that a word? Schlubby? Can anyone confirm in the chat? Is that a word? Schlubby? I don't know. 30-something Peter Parker and Into the Spider-Verse. Peter B. Parker, Peter J. Parker, Peter Q. It's obviously Peter Q. Parker. Obviously. No, of course, it's Peter B. Parker. Which bridge does the final confrontation between Spider-Man and the Green Goblin place on? Yeah, I actually... you guys know, if you were here for the last stream, you guys would know that when it comes to bridges and Spider-Man stuff, I'm not the greatest. I want to say it's the Brooklyn Bridge. Is it the Brooklyn Bridge? B. Everyone's saying B. That was from the last one, actually. Shelby means, like, untidy or something. Oh, right. Queensboro? Is it the Queensboro Bridge? Or is it George? I don't even know. Is it... Everyone's saying Queensboro. I actually don't think that's this question. Bro, bridges in Spider-Man stuff, for some reason, can't do it. We had a TASM question last time. We'll go Queensboro. That's correct. What is the name of this teacher from Homecoming and Far From Home? Obviously, it's Mr. Harrison. Harrison? That does not say Harrison. Harrington. This quiz is way too easy. And finally, what is the name of Spider-Man's Christmas album? Oh, I actually don't know this. What is it called? You guys are going to have to answer this one for me, because I'm not very, very sure at all. I want to say A Very Spidey Christmas. Same bridge Peter and MJ were on in the beginning, No Way Home. Oh, right, of course, yeah. Very Spidey Christmas. I want to say it's A Very Spidey Christmas, but I'm not too sure. What are you guys saying? Are you guys saying A Very Spidey Christmas? Robbo says A Very Spidey Christmas. A Very Spidey Christmas. What are we saying? Or is it My Christmas Senses? No, that's quite a good name, actually. Christmas with the Spider-Verse. That sounds pretty cool. I think it is A Very Spidey Christmas. I'm tempted to just go with my gut, to be honest with you, because I think it is. Yes, it is. 17 out of 17. You guys helped there. I wouldn't have got Queensboro. Let's move on to the MCU quiz. So apparently this gets progressively harder. That was just a warm-up. Now we'll get into the real stuff, right? Can you prove yourself to be the ultimate Spider-Man fan? Okay. So it starts easy. So remember, this starts easy, and then it gets harder. What is the name of Peter's aunt? I have no idea. Oh, God. I'm so tired. What is the name of Peter's aunt, guys? What is it? June? 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 This is too hard. Mate, I think it's April, to be honest with you. Augustine? That's a good name, actually. Obviously, it's May. Can't even click it. What? Oh, it's like one of those takes you to the next page. Number 2, which movie does Tom Holland's Spider-Man make an appearance in the MCU? I'm guessing say, first appearance. Sorry, I'm so dyslexic. Obviously, right, okay, what we're saying here then, obviously we know it is... To be fair, okay, here's a question for you guys. I want you to... I don't know if you remember this, but let me know if you remember this or not. Do you remember back in the day, it was like, must have been 2014, December 2014, or early 2015, when that fake bloody post-credit scene for Age of Ultron came out, and it was Spider-Man, and it was the guy cleaning the windows, and it was like, and Spidey was like on the other side, and he was like, "Hey, you've missed the spot," or something like that. And does anyone remember that? Yeah, I saw it on Twitter the other day. What a time to be alive. I remember when everyone thought that was real. Everyone thought it was real, and it turned out to be just a group of people who just thought, you know, screw it, we'll make like a short little, like, funny little post-credit scene. That was really cool. Yeah, so obviously it's Civil War, but what's the name of Peter Parker's best friend? Ned Bristol. I love Ned Bristol. Oh, mate, they're all... Okay, so if you're from the UK, you'll get this, but they're all UK, like, places, like UK cities. Ned Leeds, Ned Bristol, Ned Hull, Ned Bath. Ned London. Ned Stoke. Ned Aberdeen. Ned. What other Neds could we get? Ned Norwich. Ned Norwich sounds cool, actually. Ned Manchester. Ned Liverpool. That's cool. Ned. I almost pressed Bristol then. Harry Osborne says Ahmad. Yeah. Ned Leeds, obviously. Whose fitness challenge did Peter Parker have to do in gym class? Oh, wait. What? Oh, I don't know the... Oh, of course, it's Captain America's fitness challenge. Of course it is. Of course it is. Then, does anyone object? Does anyone object? This... Right, okay. If anyone could find... Does anyone want to suggest a tier list or something? Or a quiz that we can do? Because, to be honest with you, I'm running out of things to do on these live streams. And number two, these quizzes are way too easy. Alright, we're veterans of this game. And they're treating us like we know nothing. 5. Who is Peter Parker's lawyer? Obviously, it's Matt Murdock. What is the real name? This is meant to get harder. What's the real name of the Vulture? Are you serious? Andrew Toombs. Mental. Adrian Toombs. What Lego project did Ned drop when he learned Peter is Spider-Man? Like, it's not getting harder. The Lego Death Star. What movie inspires Peter's plan to save Doctor Strange? Oh, that's a good one. What is it? No, it's Aliens, isn't it? What band does Peter mistake AC/DC for? Led Zeppelin. So I'm just powering through this now. I'm seeing how quick I can do this. Rejected from which college? MIT. This is so easy. Right, now, screw this. This quiz is way too easy. I'm sorry. Test your Spider-Man IQ. We're testing our Spider-Man IQ. What's the... Oh, we've just had this question. We're in the exact same order. Oh, nah, this is mental. Nah, we're doing a tier list. I'm sorry. Nope. We're doing a tier list. We're doing a tier list. I can't do this anymore. I give up. I can't do this. Nope. Screw it. Right. Spider-Man adaptations. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I can't do this. Let's just do it. Let's rank Spider... We've done this a million times, but now Marvel Spider-Man 2 is out. Oh my god, they got all the comics on here as well. Holy cow. They got Life Story on here. What If? Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Falling Spider-Man? This is crazy. This is the one. This is what we're doing now. We're changing it up. We're doing a tier list. Rename the stream. We're doing a tier list. We're doing a tier list. Ranking every Spider-Man adaptation ever. Explanation mark. Screw it. We're doing a tier list now. Nope. Quiz is too easy. Lol, I came into Lewis having a breakdown. Yeah. Yep. I'm having an absolute meltdown. Because the quiz is too easy. Right. Adaptations. I know the thumbnail still says Spider-Man quiz. I'm not questioning it. I don't care. The whole ultimate... Yeah, this is the ultimate tier list. This is everything, right? You thought... We're going to create a new category, actually, as well. You thought that we've ranked stuff before. This is the ultimate tier list, alright? This is it. Okay? Right. Let's go. Let's go. I need to make this smaller. Hold on. There we go. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Where's it going? This is everything, by the way. There's pretty much everything on here. Every Spider-Man adaptation. Sent through a quiz. Oh, I had sent a quiz through. Okay, that. Okay, you know what? Hey, Spartan, how we doing? Through Discord? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, you sent a tough quiz. Oh, now in chat. Oh, I can't see it. I don't know if the link got blocked. Maybe if you send it on Discord, possibly we might be able to link it up. Unless I get on my no, I can't see it. Yeah, even Fortnite's in here. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this tier list. Spider-Man, right, probably A. Spectacular is S. I'm gonna put Shattered Dimensions in B for now. I think it's very middle ground. Now we got the first two Spider-Man games. These pretty much go hand in hand. So Enter Electro and Spider-Man 1. What are we saying? What are we saying about these? What are we saying about these? Are we gonna say like? I think overall we got to give them C. They were good for what they were. Search up Pro's Amazing Spider-Man comic trivia. You know what? Shall we go back? Okay. All right. Okay. Tell you what. We'll do this tier list. And then we'll go to do that quiz. Spider-Man 1 on the overall list. Where would you put this? I'd personally put it in A. Great movie. Probably above Shattered Dimensions. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, actually, so you guys can see. There we go. A says Robert, yeah. Spectacular Spider-Man instantly goes in S, obviously. Spider-Man Edge of Time, I think, goes with Shattered Dimensions for me in there. Spider-Man Web of Shadows, I love that game. I don't know, what do you guys think about Spider-Man Web of Shadows? First Neversoft game in A, not gonna lie. Neversoft, actually, yeah. I don't know why I grouped them. I think I grouped them together just because they were... One was a sequel, but yeah, you are right. The first Neversoft game was great. I do agree to that. Web of Shadows, obviously in A. I love Web of Shadows. It's great. It's like here on my list. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I didn't really like the show. I thought it was stinky. Web of Shadows and adaptation is a D in my opinion. Yeah, you know what? You have me on that one. That's, to be fair, as an adaptation, it is dog, but as a Spider-Man game, it is pretty freaking good. Okay, if we're ranking on adaptation, then it has to be down here. This one then probably could go to here. Sort of. As an adaptation, Neversoft goes to S for me. Raimi stays there. That's probably about right. Yeah. Friend or Foe? Friend or Foe is probably like here. Into the Spider-Verse is obviously up there. Spider-Man Unlimited is in F for adaptation. I need to make this smaller again. It's in F for adaptation, but only because it's not a good adaptation. But no, it's not a bad adaptation, though, is it? Really, it's like it's weird because what do you define as adaptation? Are we defining this on comic book accuracy or how good? Or how good it is, or a bit of both. C or a D? I'd have to go for a C for me personally. Like, it's a good show. Spider-Man in the animated series? Oh, well, this is an S instantly. Love that. Spider-Man 2, obviously an S, straight to the second of S. Spider-Man 3, it's like a C. No, I can't put it. That second Neversoft game has to go to the bottom. The High Evolutionary was the main villain. How good is it while keeping the character's core traits intact? Okay, so we're kind of basing it off both then, okay. In that case, Ultimate Spider-Man has to go down a notch. Probably goes to the top. This wasn't very good. This goes there. Yeah. Yeah, that I'd say that's about right at the moment. Hi, Supersonic, how we doing? What do you think about the 60s Spider-Man cartoon? Well, we're about to get to that soon. I think we're at the... is that the 60s or is that the movie? No, that's the 60s. This is the 60s cartoon. It's like a C in it because it technically is the best adapted thing Spider-Man's ever had, right? But I mean, obviously, you know, recency bias, things since then probably trump it, so it's got to go in C. What is the side that you make lists on? It's called Tier Maker. Spider-Man Far From Home is a C. It's below Spider-Man 3 for me, I think, now. Yeah, not quite a D, though. I want to know what you guys think about Far From Home. There's always a debate going on with Far From Home. Interestingly, whenever I did when Far From Home first came out, I said it was the third best Spider-Man film of all time. And ever since then, it's just kind of dropped down my list. So Far From Home as an adaptation is D or lower, in my opinion, says Ahmad. Yeah, but also it's not a bad film though, is it? You can't. I don't think it's because you said keep the character's core traits intact and also how good it is at doing what it does. Personally, it's not my cup of tea when it comes to a Spider-Man story, but I don't think by any stretch of the imagination is it a bad movie. So I think it's a bit unfair to rank it a bit lower than C, but that's just me. Does this tier list include comic? It does include some comics, yeah, it does. Well, the first season was closely Spider-Man, but season 2 and 3 it was very weird, like the original Planet of the Apes movies. Yeah, no, I remember. Didn't they rip off another cartoon at the time for one of the episodes? I will not read any more Amazing Spider-Man and only Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm going to try Miles Morales Spider-Man. What about you? I'm still gonna read 616. It's just I'm gonna take my time with it at the moment. Far From Home is not good for me. Hi Stealth, how are we doing? I feel like it messes up the core of a bunch of its characters, including Peter. As a story, it's not bad, but it's not good. So I'd say D, says Ahmad. I feel like in Far From Home, he's always been told what to do and can't do stuff on his own. Yeah, it was rocking Robin Hood, says SR Striker. Homecoming. I love Homecoming. Homecoming's a great movie. It's an A for me. I think it tackles the youth of Spider-Man really well. And I'd say, actually, in my opinion, it's the only Spider-Man movie ever I think it does it better than the Spider-Verse movies as well, to tackle the youth of a Spider-Man character. I think the essence of high school, the essence of youthfulness, of that early bird Spider-Man nature is more prevalent in this movie than I've ever felt it anywhere else. That's just me, but I love Homecoming. Fantastic movie. Spider-Man Miles Morales the game. Yeah, this is right. It is Lewis. Why is Spider-Man and his amazing friends as a D tier? Still, I started writing a rough draft of a symbiote story that happens after Kraven's last hunt. Oh, that's cool, says Romantic Avocado. Spider-Man Miles Morales as a game, if you're ranking the games, it's an S. But in the overall picture, I think it's an A. I think it's a very high A, though. Very high A. Can't believe the betrayal, says Stealth. Have you ever noticed, by the way, the parallels between Miles Morales and Spider-Man Homecoming? It seems really random, but genuinely, I made a video on this when Miles Morales came out. So, oh my God, like 4 years ago now, I made a video about Spider-Man Miles Morales and the parallels to Homecoming. It is weird. What I miss, says Eddie. Not that much. Spider-Man Noir the GOAT. What did y'all think of the first issue of the Amazing Spider-Man comic run? Oh, it's amazing. What did everyone else think? That's what I want to know. No Way Home, obviously, is an S. It's like there, right? Spider-Man PS4, obviously an S. Yeah, there. Marvel Spider-Man cartoon, I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. But I think if we're ranking on adaptation as well, we're going to knock it down. What is the one in F tier? That is Spider-Man Enter Electro, the sequel to the Neversoft game. Yeah. Oh yeah, they really took a big elements of the Miles comics origins and gave them to Peter of Homecoming, mainly with Peter having actual friends in high school. Yeah, it's really weird. You look at the similarities between Homecoming and Miles Morales. The game is really weird. Spider-Man PS4 is an A in my opinion, literally only not an S. Because of Mary Jane. Oh, don't do Mary Jane like that. Okay, right. Listen, Okay, right. This is a debate I feel like I always end up having with someone about Mary Jane. I mean, Ahmad, you've got a very good point. In fact, you're probably right. No, you are right. Mary Jane is very much a Lois Lane archetype in Marvel Spider-Man. But the thing is, the quality of the story trumps it for me. Yeah, Mary Jane, yeah. I don't really like Mary Jane. I think this is the way I define it, right? As Mary Jane Watson, she is not very well written because she's not Mary Jane Watson. She's Lois Lane, right? Might as well have called her Lois Lane. In fact, she might as well have been a new character. If you're going to do something like that, right, where you make someone such a different character to the character you're basing them off, just make them either one, a lesser known character. So they could have called her Carly Cooper, for example. I know they took a lot of inspiration from the Dan Slott comics, so they could have done that. Or number two, just make an entirely new character. But obviously, Mary Jane sells, right? So that she's Mary Jane Watson. Here's the thing. Mary Jane Watson, even though she isn't Mary Jane Watson by technicality because a lot of her traits are different, still is a very well-written character. I believe that Mary Jane in Spider-Man PS4 is still a well-written character. It's just she's not a well-written Mary Jane Watson. So that's the difference for me. They don't ever seem to adapt MJ properly. Yeah, no, they don't. Oh, look at this. It's Spider-Man Strikes Back. Yeah, no. These can all go down here. The Japanese Spider-Man's the GOAT, though. Obviously, we know. Gwen Stacy was way better, in my opinion. Well, for the Raimi MJ, it was it was her who filled Peter's head with dreams. Right. Spider-Man, the MTV series. It just annoys me a little because I'm a massive MJ fan. I completely understand that. Over recent months as well, and I think you guys have had a massive part to play in this as well. Because a lot of you guys, especially Ahmad as well, as I've seen him in my comments and in the chats, suggesting comics to read and stuff. You guys have really gotten me into the original Mary Jane character from the comics, because there's been a bunch of comics that I've read because of you guys. Trying to catch up, or there's new ones that have come out, or there's been stuff that's happened. I've gone back and read some, whatever it may have been. I've really gotten into Mary Jane Watson recently, and she's such a good character, and I cannot believe how poorly she has been translated, and I can't believe they haven't done her properly. I don't say it's a brilliant character, was right there in front of your face the whole time. It's amazing how they haven't done it. Not gonna lie, I never understood the big dislike for MJ in the games. As an adaptation, the way I see it, a lot of that universe is different, so from the comics, it feels weird. That's the way I approach it anyway, Stealth. I completely agree. I don't see a problem with it being different. I just, she might as well have been a different character. What it strikes back about what's the story? It's one of the old Spider-Man, one of the 70s movies, isn't it? It's proper weird. You really have to see it to really understand what it's about, because neither are accurate / good adaptations. But I don't see the issue because the game's universe is so different. Japanese Spider-Man is obviously not Peter Parker, however, like Power Rangers, Impact Legendary. Good Mary Janes are the new Ultimate MJ, 616 before one more day, Spectacular MJ, and more. I forget. Not gonna lie, Lewis, for a Spider-Man fan, you have a really open mind. Is refreshing because not there's a stuff. Well, I don't know. I just seem to. I don't know. I don't mind MJ in Marvel Spider-Man because she's. I mind that she's not adapted properly after, especially reading a lot of MJ comics in the last, year or so, and really understanding the comic character a lot more than I did previously. But at the same time, I understand that you've got to appreciate how well the character's written despite the adaptation. She's still a good character. It doesn't matter if she's Mary Jane or not. The name doesn't matter. She's still, at the very basics, she's still a well-written character in the game. So I can't complain, but, is what it is. Hello, Super Warrior, how are we doing? MJ is one of the characters that I'm trying to adapt exactly in my comic. I look forward to it. Romantic Avocado. What's your opinion on Wolf Spider? He's basically Peter if he was evil. I can get that MJ... I don't really have an opinion. I can get that MJ is a really great character. I love her and how she's a fool for Peter, especially at the beginning of their relationship. Foil, not fool. It's just stealth. I would have Olivia Cook as MJ, says SR Striker. Right, the MTV series. Where do we put that? Where do you guys rank the MTV series? I'd say it's a B for me. I think it's more judging it as an adaptation of the Sam Raimi trilogy, which is weird. But as a series, it's really... I'd like to say it's refreshing, but also at the same time, it's kind of not. I don't know. It's weird. It's refreshing because of how... It's... I watched it very recently. I made a video on it last year. It's a good show if you're looking for something a bit grittier as a Spider-Man fan. B-O-L-O A, says Ahmad. All personally, I say it's B, says Stealth. Haven't watched it, says Super Warrior, but I'll give it a chance. You have to have a taste for it. For me, it's a B because I really like the vibe. And it makes me wonder, and I know you guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this as well. I really, really wish we got to see the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon that was originally meant to be in its place. Because MTV Spider-Man, obviously based largely off Sam Raimi's trilogy, was meant to be originally an adaptation, multi-season adaptation of the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, obviously by Bendis and Bagley. And how good would that have been? Yeah, I made it. I always forget Tuesdays, your live stream day. Well, welcome 24 Bricks. How are we doing? I like Electro in the show, says Supersonic Speed. You should make a straight up weird tier for MTV and Unlimited, says Romantic Avocado. Same, says Ahmad. Yeah, I would have would have loved to have seen it. It's almost like the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Like, I know the Amazing Spider-Man 3 wouldn't have been the greatest thing, but I loved Andrew Garfield's version of the character. I would have loved to have seen what they could have done with that. Spidey and His Amazing Friends. I mean, it's unfair it's a kids show in it. Can't judge it against these. More Nicholas Hammond stuff. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Ooh, is it in D? No, right, okay. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a weird one because when you rank the movies, it's a firm D. It's probably one of the worst things. But on a grand scale, it's probably a C because it's definitely not in terms of adaptation. Anyway, these MTV Spider-Man's Kingpin and the Electro were awesome, says Ravenous Puncher. Hi, cool man, how we doing? Oh, welcome, man. I'm so glad you can make it. Spidey's Amazing Friends is S, says Ahmad. TASM 2 is low B, says Ravenous Puncher. Anthony Jameson says F. Sony's fault. Did Andrew so dirty? Said Eddie. Yeah. TASM 2 is B, says 24 Bricks. If Sam 3 and Far From Home is C, then TASM goes in D, says Romantic Avocado. I could argue the same thing, and I would agree, but at the same time, that's when you're ranking the movies. We're ranking pretty much everything collectively, right? So with that in mind, is TASM 2 not better than some of the other things that we've gotten? Like Web of Shadows, right? Web of Shadows, I love Web of Shadows. It's like there for me as a Spider-Man game, but as an adaptation, it's obviously down here. And no one, I don't think, can argue that. And Ahmad made a really good point earlier. I'm going to put it in C, bottom of C. Well, actually, it doesn't really get Harry, says Ahmad. I think it gets Peter. Actually, wait, no. I found a reason to put it in D. It does the whole Peter is the chosen one thing. I was thinking Peter and Gwen. You know, it's got to be a reason to put it in C. No, they do the whole Peter is the chosen one. I forgot about that. Yep, definitely in D. Hey, Lewis, have you read the Spider-Man PS4 prequel novel, Hostile Takeover? I have. I wish Willem Dafoe was my father, says Anthony Joshua. Anthony Jameson. Anthony Joshua? Wow, okay. Far From Home is really one of the worst Spider-Man movies ever. TASM 2 is around the same tier. Spidey's voice in Web of Shadows always made my ears bleed. I think it did Freddy one. TASM 1, I love this film. It's like here for me. In fact, it goes up on my list every time. I love TASM 1. TASM 1, and it's no surprise, I love the Ultimate Comics. I love TASM 1. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of grew an affiliation for that movie over time. TASM 1 is a D, says 24 Bricks. A D? I'd like to know why, actually. Because to be fair, I like hearing other people's opinions. What's wrong with Far From Home, says Cool Man. I don't know, it just kind of goes down on my list the more I watch it. TASM 1's underrated, says Super Warrior. It was a fresh start, says SR Striker. I probably need to give it a rewatch, says 24 Bricks. Yeah, it's a good movie. TASM 1's high B or low mid A, says Ahmad. TASM 1 and Homecoming belong in the same tier. Both are really good reimaginings, says Ravenous Puncher. Fair enough. Okay. Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Obviously an S, top of S. Best thing ever to come out of Spider-Man. Obviously, I don't know. I've never seen it, so I can't. Can you actually see Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, like, on YouTube? Is there like a video of it? Because I know it's a musical, right? On Broadway. It's obviously not on Broadway anymore. So you can't watch it anymore. But oh no, that's Green Goblin's Last Stand. Sorry, that's the fan film. Sorry, I'm getting this. Hold on, I'm getting really, really caught up. Is Turn Off the Dark on here? Turn Off the Dark isn't on here. Sorry, this is Green Goblin's Last Stand, the fan film. Sorry, yeah, this was the 90s fan film. Was it 90s, early 2000s fan film of Spider-Man? I haven't actually seen it either. Sorry, I'm sorry, I really screwed up there. Yeah. No, I've never actually seen it either. I've never seen Green Goblin's Last Stand. Surprisingly, I know, fake fan, right? Yeah. Green Goblin's Last Stand, for what it is a Loki-an S, says Ahmad. I've never seen it. I'll let you guys rank it anyway. Early 90s, says Ahmad. Yeah, thought so. It was 90s. You guys, I'll let you guys rank it. Whichever letter gets the most, I will put it in that. Supersonic Speed says S. Ahmad said S. Is James Cameron's Spider-Man script on here? Imagine, that would be funny. We've got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 with Spider-Man. We've got Capcom as well, Fortnite. Is Lotus on here? I don't know, is it? Lotus? Spider-Man Lotus on there? If it is, it's going straight into F. In fact, we'll probably get a new category for it. That's really cool. Okay, you know what? We'll put it in A for now. Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. Ooh, okay, right. Unpopular opinion, because I know quite a lot of people saw the first few seasons of the show and didn't watch past then. But low-key, it gets better. It does. It's like here. It's like there. This show gets better. Genuinely. The later seasons are actually pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Ravenous Punch says mid-C. Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon is a show that never should have existed. It shouldn't have existed. It's not terrible, says Ahmad. Yeah, Lotus is an absolute garbage. Tears says Supersonic. Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon is underrated as hell. Don't care what anyone says. Yeah, it's I think it got better. It got better. I personally didn't like the first few seasons, but if you watch on, it gets better. So yeah, Lewis, whatever it is, I agree. I bet better just kind of really enjoyed it all the way through. I haven't really watched it, though I still won't. I think Peter's personality is honestly spot on in that show. I think the fourth wall breaking is kind of unnecessary, but when it gets onto the last few seasons, I think it's alright. We should do a Spider-Man watch through where we watch every single Spider-Man everything. That would be insane. And I'm not opposed to the idea either. I'm going to say Morbius is an S tier. Morbin time. Oh, God, Jesus. I recently brought the Life Story collection. I got to say, I didn't find it that good. For me personally, it deviated far from the source material. That's one of the many claims. And I was going into it, I was thinking that when I first read it. But I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man video game. Now, this was peak. This was like an A. I really love this game. I play it every so often as well. Yeah. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I'm a fake Spider-Man fan, actually, because I never saw this film until very recently, which is quite bad. But yeah, it's like, I mean, realistically, it's not that great, is it? You know what I mean? Like, they're not. I mean, as an adaptation, it gets Venom pretty spot on, really. In my opinion, anyway. Whole Sony universe is an F. Wall says Ahmad. I'm gonna put it in D. I don't think it's that bad. Venom. I'll put Venom 1 with it as well. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game was absolute ass. The first Spider-Man game, that was good. Venom is no higher than a C, says 24 Bricks. What was Sony doing? What were Sony doing? The thing is, Venom in those films is more like a Hulk/Banner thing. I like the look of Ultimate Spider-Man. I've never played it, but I find his voice super annoying. At least it's not Web of Shadows level of awful. No, I mean, the thing is, I think his voice was pretty cool. The thing is, whenever I read Ultimate Spider-Man, his voice is always what I imagine. His voice is always what I imagine him to sound like when I read Ultimate Spider-Man. The voice from the game is always what I imagine him to sound like. In the comics, which is quite funny actually. Even though people say his voice is annoying, I don't think it's that annoying. I think all the Venom movies F as adaptations because he's a Spider-Man character, and you immediately fail the character when you pretend Venom isn't. Now, Spider-Verse 2 not on here? Is it not? It's not. Is Into the Spider-Verse was on here? Well, I guess obviously everyone knows Across the Spider-Verse would be up here anyway, right? Across the Spider-Verse is peak. It's peak. The Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 2 game, obviously, I've never played it. I had to play the PC version, but obviously people say it's peak. It is peak. From obviously what I've heard, people reviewing it, whatever. I'm gonna put it in. I'll put it in S. I'll put it at the bottom of S. I'm gonna go off the objective viewpoint. Venom is rival to Spider-Man, especially. I just hope we get an accurate depiction of Carnage in the MCU. Let There Be Carnage wasn't up to the mark. Now that Kingpin and Netflix is canon, I want a bloodthirsty psychopath Carnage. Oh, how that would be good. How that would be good. Yeah, the Ultimate Spider-Man game voice is kind of perfect for that version. I agree, 100%. Spider-Man 3, the game, was absolute ass as well. Maximum Carnage. Oh my god, this is the game. Sega, oh my god. This is pushing it back, innit? I've never played this, but I've heard about this game. Has anyone played this game? Has anyone played the Maximum Carnage game? That's crazy. That's crazy. This game's so old. I forgot this existed. Have you seen Echo, Lewis? I've seen the first few episodes. Here's an announcement, by the way, for those of you who are members of the channel. I am watching Echo at the moment, and I will be doing a review on Echo. I haven't finished it, so no spoilers in any manner. But I will be finishing it, and I will be doing a review for the members on the page. I haven't seen it yet, all the way through, but I'm getting to it. Is Willem Dafoe watching the stream? Well, hopefully. How cool would that be? I love the music in Maximum Carnage, says Super Warrior. We'll put it in here for now. I've not played it. What's this? No, it's a game. I've never played that either. Spider-Man Life Story. Right, okay, Spider-Man Life Story. Where are we putting Spider-Man Life Story on this list? Because that's in a list full of adaptations of Spider-Man stuff, full just everything. Where does Life Story go? Have you read it? Have you read Spider-Man Spider's Shadow yet? I have read Spider-Man Spider's Shadow. Spider? I have read Spider's Shadow, yes. Spider's Shadow is great. I do like Spider's Shadow. S says Stealth. S says SR Striker. SC says S. Wetboy says S. Ahmad said that may be the 90s show. It's not, because it's got Activision on it, and the 90s show is this one. So I'm not too sure. Life Story is a D. D? 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 What? Ahmad, why don't you like the Life Story, bro? I'm going to put it in S. The only thing with Life Story is, for me, is I think it captures the essence of Spider-Man perfectly. But I think downfall is that it rips off the stories. Like Kraven's Last Hunt as an adaptation isn't great in life story. But obviously, it's not that story that matters. It's the grand scheme of the whole story from issue 1 to last. It's the grand story as a whole that matters. It's not that. That's the only downfall I have, is that when it loosely adapts some of the best Spider-Man stories, it does fall a bit short. But I think as a whole, it's a great comic. Definitely an S tier Spider-Man story. And I really love how they adapted the Gwen death. Because I think the problem I have with Gwen, and you guys know this, I talk about this all the time. The problem I have with Gwen is that when she's introduced, everyone knows she's going to die. Right? It's obvious. If Gwen is introduced in your series, she's going to die. It's obvious. She's going to die. Right? Obviously. Everyone knows this. She's always going to die. You can't convince me she's not. You know what I mean? If I introduce Gwen in the series, she's going to die. If you introduce Gwen in the series, she's going to die. If you see Gwen in a Spider-Man series, she's dead. Instantly. Right? You know. Right? I love how they adapted it with the Clone Saga. I thought it was clever. I thought that it was a way of doing it by subverting your expectations. And stuff like that. I don't know. I just thought it was good. Yeah, the original story for Kraven's Last Hunt was fun, but wasn't what people make it out to be. I think Life Story made it more interesting, says Stealth. Amma says, misses the point of a bunch of stories, adapts, runs the best Spider-Man villain, Harry, Green Goblin. Wait, does Kraven's Last Hunt? It's terrible. The Clone Saga takes too much to lose. Yeah, I get that, and this is the problem I have with it, is that I think when it tries to adapt the stories from the 616 universe, or like a bunch of classic Spider-Man stories, it does miss the mark. It does miss the mark on a lot of them, but I don't think that's the point. I don't think that's the point of the comic. I think the point of the comic is to give Spider-Man an ending, because even though it poorly adapts some of the stories, Spider-Man's got an overarching narrative through every decade, and that's what makes the whole book work. If it was just the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s up until the 2020s, and they, for some reason, they just did a villain of the week type thing, and there was no connection between the decades, and it was like, oh, Spider-Man faces this villain in you know what I mean? If they did that, then it would be kind of like, this is kind of bad for me personally. But the way I like it is that I think all of the stories connect. They all intertwine with one another, and there's an overarching narrative for Peter Parker throughout the whole thing, and that's what makes me excited for it. But I completely understand why you don't like it, if you don't like it, because it does miss the mark with some of the stories, especially Kraven's Last Hunt. I do agree with that one. I don't like how they adapted that. Spider-Gwen probably won't die though, says Cool Man. Yeah, no, this is why I love Spider-Gwen, because it's a fresh take on the character. Harry Green Goblin is the best Spider-Man villain, says Romantic Avocado. The Clone Saga in original continuity sucks, lol. This version did the best thing possible. Yeah, I think every adaptation of the Clone Saga after the original one was better, I think, in my opinion. Especially 90s animation Spider-Verse arc did mention not bother. Clone Saga is a mess. I think What If Season 3 should be multiversal, says 24 Bricks. What if Spider-Man saved Gwen and Tasman 2? Ooh, that's a good idea, actually. Multiversal What If. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game. It was alright, wasn't it? What's this? Separation Anxiety. Oh, this is with another game. Oh, jeez. Ravenous Punch says, when going through the OG MCU plans from 2017 interviews, it was clear that Morbius and Jackal were being set up in place of Doc Ock and Lizard from Tom Holland. They did have different plans. I liked the Ultimate Clone Saga, says SC. Yeah, it was better than the original one, that's for sure. Peter is able to change his approaches to things because he gets older and wiser and doesn't have an editorial to manufacture his forever youth. Stealth, I don't think you could have hit the nail on the head more than what I was probably trying to explain. Not because the 90s Clone Saga was good. It was really because people at the time weren't vibing with it or people were bad. Only reading the narrative. The thing is, I think with the Clone Saga is it gets too messy. It lasted for too long. For me anyway. Whenever the Clone Saga, the original Clone Saga, I think the whole twist of Peter being the one that died and the clone being the one, I think doing that whole switch and then reversing it back because people didn't like it, I think that takes away. It takes the stakes away from the story. It takes what happened in the original Clone Saga, unless wait, hold on, Ahmed, unless you're talking about the original Clone Saga, like the one from, was it the 80s, before they brought the clone back. The main thing I liked from the Clone Saga was Ben and Kane. Yeah, Ben Reilly is a good thing that came from. Will the Insomniac Spider-Man games still be amazing? Being amazing if Spider-Man 3 is really bad. Yeah, I think overall people will kind of say, yeah, they dipped in quality as they went on. But I think generally they'll still be considered the best Spider-Man games. Because I think it's confirmed, right? You know, I think everyone can say now that even if the story sucks, the gameplay is going to be the best out of any game that we've had. Should Tom Holland's next movies tie in games? I would love that. Nah, I'm referring to the 90s, not the 70s. It was 70s, wasn't it? Of course, yeah. Okay, so we are referring to the 90s one. I just didn't know if you were referring to the original one or the 90s. Before declaring bankruptcy, not too soon after 91 is what I'm talking about mainly. Says stuff. Yeah. Spider-Man in Lego games? Oh, I love Spider-Man in Lego games. He's like a C. What's this one? Spider-Man Battle of New York. Oh, I've never played it, unfortunately. But it's there. What's this? Bro, these look so hard to read. The Amazing Spider-Man Lethal Foes? Is that a comic? I've never read that. Okay, people are gonna have to tell me where to put this. I've never read that. Lethal Foes. Unless I have, and I'm just being an idiot. Someone's gonna tell me that I have. I've mentioned it like somewhere in one of my videos, and I'm just being an idiot. Spider-Man gets me too heated / excited to stealth. Yeah, me too. I'm sweating. My house is so hot right now. Who put the heating on this high? It's not healthy. What if is on here? What if is on here? People didn't like the Clone Saga at the time because they were mad Peter almost got replaced. If you read it just as a normal story, it's pretty good, says Ahmad. The thing is, you make a good point, actually. I've never read the Clone Saga without those rose-tinted glasses. I've always gone in being like, yeah, don't know why they tried to replace him, instead of actually just reading it. But then again, I don't know. I feel like the Clone Saga, it's an interesting topic, innit? It's an interesting topic of conversation. We could be here all day talking about the Clone Saga. Which Sony characters, not necessarily the SSU versions, you want in the MCU? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably Venom. I think Venom and Tom Holland Spider-Man would be really cool together. I really hope Marvel ends this chasm character arc they're doing with Ben. Oh yeah, man. I've got a video coming out soon actually, which is how to fix the Spider-Man comics for good. And there's a section dedicated to Ben Reilly because they need to just sort him out. I don't know what that is. That's just another game, I think. Fortnite. I'm such an idiot. Obviously you can't rank. I mean, the costume's pretty good, so I'll put it in D. Him in Avengers? Well, this is just Ultimate Spider-Man, isn't it? So we'll put him there. Capcom. I've never played Marvel vs. Capcom. Has anyone played the game before? Lewis, did you know Mando Season 4 is going to be a movie? Is it? I don't know. I haven't seen Mando. I've never seen Mandalorian. I've seen the first 3 episodes. I'm meaning to watch it, though. I love Pedro Pascal. At least for me, I find it annoying how Marvel keeps trying to push Ben as the new cool character, while Peter is also trying to have an important character moments that have been in the works before. the even. Do you think Avengers Earth Mightiest Hero Spidey is the same person as Spectacular? Because no, I don't. I think he's the same version as Ultimate Spider-Man. I think that's the way they were setting it up. I mean, they originally had Josh Keaton on to voice him, but then they brought Drake Bell in, and I think that's when they decided, yeah, this is it. Where's 616 Spider-Man says the masked Moon-Ace. Capcom, I haven't played Capcom. Oh, we got to scroll down now. Look at this. I'm gonna put Capcom in D just so we don't. In fact, I'm gonna What is this? Battlegrounds? We're getting onto the really niche stuff now. I haven't seen any of this. I'm just gonna put all of this in here because I haven't played it. I have to zoom out. Zoom out. There we go. Yeah. What's next? Oh, the Avengers game. I hate that suit. It's like it's down there. What if Spider-Man? He was alright. He's like a C, right? Where's Insomniac Spider-Man 2? Have you come to the realization that it's a bad sequel in terms of a story? I think it's a mid. I think it's a mid story, not mid story, but like in terms of a sequel, I don't think it's bad. I think it's very unoriginal, uninspired, but I don't think it does much wrong. It plays it too safe, in my opinion. What if an F, says Ahmed? No, I don't think it's that bad. I think you got a few things right. I like the Uncle Ben moment, and remember, I think it's obviously a what if scenario of the Marvel universe. So it's a bit of fun, really. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Oh, another game. I've never played this one either. So we're getting to the very niche stuff. Yeah, Morbius. Well, that's just there, isn't it, as well? Falling Spider-Man. That looks fun. He can go there. Right, there we go. What if Spider-Man S only if the picture is the one with the cloak of levitation? Does Morbius even count, says Cool Man? Probably does not. Tony Hawk Spidey is the same as Neversoft, in my opinion. Oh, was the model based off the Neversoft? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. You're looking at it there. Anyway, that's it for the tier list. We've gone over a lot of time. I was meant to do another quiz that Ahmad in the chat suggested. So what we'll do is next stream, so next Tuesday, we will do the one that Ahmad suggested, the next quiz. We'll check it out, and we'll see how we get on with that. But in terms of that, we have Morbius should get his own tier, says 24 bricks. You are very right, and in fact, that's about to happen. Morbin time. There you go. There's the Spider-Man tier list. Thank you very much. Next Tuesday. Sorry, Lewis. Next Tuesday. I'm British. I am British. I'm very British. British. Oh, God. You've got me in the accent now. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. You guys are the greatest. Greatest friends, group of community of people I love talking to. You guys are amazing. And I'll see you all next Tuesday for another stream. I've got a video going out tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. It is about JMD's new comic called Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin. Comes out in April 2024. But I've got a video coming out about it tomorrow because I really want to talk about it. I think it looks super interesting, and it's going to be a very niche story, but one that is very important to the origin of the Green Goblin and his first confrontation with Spider-Man, so you're not going to want to miss all the details on that, so make sure you check out my video tomorrow. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Peace.